Guess what we're making today? It's porky, boys! Specifically pulled pork. And because I don't know what's going on in your life, I'm going to assume you don't have a lot of stuff lying around. Like, a smoker. So this is going to be pulled pork in the easiest way possible. I'm Jackson Dells, and this is Crockpot Pulled Pork. So here's the stuff we're going to need. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 4 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of celery salt. And all of that's for the rub. Next, we need to get around 3 pounds of pork butt. Let's clean off some of the extra fat if not necessary. This one, it wasn't. There was no fat on this butt. It was a lean butt. So pat down your butt to get all that booty sweat off. And then after that, we're going to give our butt a nice rubbing. Just rub it in. And then throw it in the fridge. Put it in the fridge overnight. That's where you put your butt, in the fridge for like 12 hours. So the flavors permeate deep into the butt meat. Also, something we can do ahead of time right now is make a bacon stock. And I mean, this is super easy. Just throw a pound of bacon end pieces, or if for some ungodly reason that you still don't understand, regular bacon was cheaper at the grocery store. You could just buy that and chop it up like you don't care about it. Add a little bit of water, maybe a few peppercorns, a bay leaf or 2, like maybe, I don't know, like a half onion. And then you just let that bad boy hang out on low and like the back burner for like a long time, like hours and hours. And that way you develop a nice flavorful bacony water. You got bacon water. Also, we can chop a bit of an onion right now. Now we got to give our butt a nice sear, and the only way to really get a crispy bark when doing a moist cooking heat method is to get a good sear.
Sear that butt!
Now you could be like me and get distracted while filming and then kind of over-sear the butt a little bit, but it's all cool because, the moist heat butt action is going to kind of break it down a lot. So just sear the meats on all sides, trying to get a nice caramelization. Now that we have our crock pot on low, let's put down a bed of onions for our porky king to rest. So soft.
Now drown the king in his bacony tears of the peasants he oppresses. Rise up, workers. Seize the means of porkduction. Surprise! This is a retro video!
Now that we have our revolution going on in our crock pot, let's just make a simple slaw. All we need for this is 1 cup of mayonnaise, which I tried to fling out for this visual joke and it didn't work. So now we got to live with the consequences. 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a half a teaspoon of celery salt, a pinch of kosher salt, and then just start whisking it together. And then realize you forgot the honey. So then add the honey and then whisk. That's a key step. Throw in a tiny amount of cabbage. No. Make it rain cabbage. There we go. Cabbage from the sky.
So gentle.
Yeah, now just throw in a normal amount of cabbage and mix that up. That's all you really need to do. Taste it and adjust it and, change the flavor profile however you want. But this is a good one that's going to work for this sandwich. I like going Hobbs and slaw because I look like Jason Statham if you really like cheeseburgers.
Barbecue sauce time!
1 cup of yellow mustard, a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, a half a cup of honey, a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire, and 1 teaspoon of Tabasco. Taste and adjust, and that's going to be a running theme here. It's been like 6 hours, and it's time to pull the pork out. And now what you have here is a super tender pork. Let's lift this up, and a 3, 2, and it fell apart. Great, mission accomplished. Hooray. So let's pull the pork. Honestly, because this method is going to make it real tender, you can do it just with your hands and like this dull spoon here. Get some of those onions that you cut and you can fold them into the meat and then a little bit of that bacon juice as well. It's just going to be a little bit of an extra flavor and it's going to make it nice and moist. Now let's build this sandwich. Let's get a bun. Honestly, it's just a regular white bun. Nothing crazy here. Put on a heaping pile of pork and smother it with some of that Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. Throw on your slaw and then boom, you're done. You just made this recipe and you should have like 8 sandwiches now. So there you go. Come back next week where we're going to make more food. Also like and subscribe and share this. That's what I need right now. You want to see more of these? Like, subscribe, and write comments down below, and share them. Tell everybody. Tell these people, like, hey, this guy on the internet, you only saw his hands and he just made a bunch of butts. Share that. Share what I did to the butts.